Yo, what's up, YouTube? This is Reese here from C Manga, and I'm joined by my co-host Raphael.
Yo, what's up, guys?
And a new thing has come out today called Attack on Titan Before the Fall. So yeah, this is basically like a prologue 70. Is it 70?
70 years
Yeah.
before the current story, I think.
Yeah, so basically 70 years before obviously the colossal Titan came along and broke down the walls. So yeah, basically we're not really going to properly review this chapter just for the sole fact that there was only like what 11 pages?
10.
Exactly
10,
10.
yeah.
So we're kind of just going to talk about more like what we really want to see from all this, and maybe a little bit of what kind of like is, well, the way it's going to be going kind of thing.
Yeah, what to expect, basically, innit?
Yeah. So, right, man, you want to start us off?
Well, first thing I find interesting is they what was it? They said this was like the first Titan that actually broke through. So, you know how in the main storyline it was like, oh, this is shocking, like, they kind of made the Colossal Titan seem like he was the first one to break it down, and it's like that's not true. Like there's this other one, and he looks a bit weird as well, don't you think?
Yeah, he kind of looks not human. It looks more
Yeah,
like
jelly.
goo.
Yeah.
It's really weird. So I'm wondering like what type of Titan he even is, or even if he is a proper Titan.
Or is he one of them? Maybe he's like an early type of Titan, like like a failed experiment.
That's what I'm thinking as well, man. The way he looks is kind of like
Not solid,
incomplete.
innit? Yeah.
So could this be kind of like when there was experimenting trying to turn people into Titans?
Mm,
Try to get the controlled one, and then this is the first failed experiment or something crazy.
yeah.
Because the fact that it's like, oh yeah, this is before the wall fell, and this Titan is just walking around in the town. Usually if the wall would have actually been broken down, you'd see them just kind of like
All herding
breaking
in.
through.
Yeah.
Yeah. But the fact that this one's just on its own, just chilling, walking around like it's nothing, there's no debris or any sign of a breakage. It seems more like it's a failed experiment.
That's what I'm saying. It's mentality, like you said. It seems weird because it's like the deviants, but a lot less aggressive. It just is strolling through the city. Like it did kill two people, right? Or was it three? I can't remember. But it
Killed a
doesn't.
couple.
Yeah, it just seems like it's calm, like it's still got its humanity, but at the same time, it's
Not in
like
control of his
yeah, not in
actions.
control. And as I said, as you said, sorry, I wonder how it got in. Did it just phase through the wall because it kind of was peeking under an archway and then it just kind of walked in?
So it's really weird. So yeah,
Hopefully, so we expect Origin of the Titans then, or like early experiment or something.
maybe they might go into the whole human Titan thing.
Yeah.
'Cause that'll kind of be a cool little thing to
Oh,
kind of experiment about.
that would be really good to see.
So maybe they might expand on, that little mini chapter where they showed that girl writing in her journal,
Yeah, and she was
and that
speaking
Titan was
about one.
speaking to her. That the
Yeah,
Titan was speaking to her. Maybe they might go a little bit more into that,
yeah.
because obviously, like since that little mini chapter, we haven't seen anything else on it.
Any sort of yeah, any adaptation from
Yeah,
that?
no
Yeah,
expansion or nothing. So hopefully, it might go into something like that.
yeah, because that would be good. Because then, as I said, you what you said in it, it will explain, the connection between a human turning into a titan rather than just oh yeah, they're just titans. Like
Because
some of
we
them
don't know how long it's going to take for Eren and that to get to his old house to actually kind of like
exactly.
fully explain the story. Because the way it's going, that seems like it's going to be a long time.
That's gonna be a few years. Let's be honest.
Exactly.
Um, so yeah, I guess early titans, man. Seems like
That's
one of
pretty much
yeah.
like the top of the list. What we really
Mm,
want to see from this.
mm.
So there's
Um,
a few things that we do know was going to happen. So if you don't want to hear it, I'd say skip ahead a minute or so. So yeah,
um,
Ref, basic things we do know is obviously there's going to be or this is going to talk about one. This I think was it. This one is talk about the origin of the 3D gear.
yeah, there's this weaponsmith called Anheru, and he's basically the one that developed, the humanity's only hope against Titans, so the three-dimensional gear creator. Um, I don't really know what to say about that. I guess it's going to be interesting to think, how did this guy just think, oh yeah, let's make a pack kind of thing that is powered by steam, and can fly. Basically, it's like Spider-Man and has blades, cartridges, and things like that. That's a very elaborate, design, especially in that kind of, that age, because it seemed like most of this stuff was, cannon based and gunpowder.
Yeah,
So this thing is like, wow, this is a
a
bit,
bit ahead of its time.
yeah, exactly. I mean, what do you think? Like,
Yeah, it's going to be interesting to find out exactly how they created it
mm,
because it does seem a little, yeah, it's a little too far ahead, especially seeing as how their swords are just weak, but
yeah,
they got this really cool system of maneuvering which they use balance and it seems like gyros.
yeah.
It's a bit strange, especially considering how like with all that technology they couldn't create something like say a car or a plane,
Some sort of steam powered, like,
a train.
something, anyway, some sort of steam powered, I'm trying to think of the
Well,
word,
actually,
a
wait, they do
tank
they
or
do kind
something.
of have trains in that, but yeah,
Yeah,
they could have created like some old school First World War tank.
yeah, you see what I mean? Something like that, or even a plane.
Exactly, something from early ages.
I think we're just chatting crap, to be
Yeah,
honest. A steam powered plane. But you get what we're saying, though. It is, as you just said, kind of ahead of its time compared to the other conventional weapons they have.
exactly.
So that's going to be interesting to see. Um, I think that's about it, isn't it? Unless you want to talk about the other thing, but I think I don't really want to go that far ahead.
Yeah, basically, guys, we kind of peaked at what the
Yeah,
basically what it's going to be is that this is kind of like a 3 volume mini arc type thing, and then each volume is going to be about a different thing. So yeah, we don't exactly know what is 100% happening. We just know a basic outline.
more or less. It's just like a synopsis, so we're not really spoiling too much, just giving like what to expect.
Yeah, but there's still things which we really hope to see. It all depends on how long these volumes are actually going to be because they could either
Yeah.
be like the standard volume or a special volume where it's like extra pages.
Mm,
But either way, it's going to be a purchase.
definite, definite.
It's going to be added to the collection.
Even though I think that's probably going to take a while
Yeah,
for them to be translated, isn't it?
yeah, but still. Hopefully, we don't have to wait too long for the next one because, yeah, I'm actually really interested in this series and, it's more Attack on Titan, which is amazing.
You can't get enough of. I mean, I don't know what your reaction was when I sent you that link, but I was like, what the flip? I went mad when I saw it.
I
Just,
didn't know what the heck it was, man. I had to look at it and then I saw and it's like, yeah, cool.
the thing is, it was like, because the main series is monthly. If this is a weekly thing, it's kind of that kind of helps the gap for me anyway.
Yeah, it'll help transition the gap a bit
Yeah.
more. Hopefully, it
So,
won't take too long to translate and bring out the next chapter.
definite.
But yeah, I guess that about wraps it up here, guys. Check it out. Attack on Titan Before the Fall. If you're an Attack on Titan fan, which you probably are if you're listening to this, it's worth it. Even though the first chapter is only about 10, 11 pages, it's still interesting to find out.
Yeah, definitely.
So yeah, the usual, guys. Leave some comments below if you want to know anything, or just let us know what you even thought of this prologue thing, or even what you're expecting. Just let us know below. Give it a little thumbs up if you really if you enjoyed this little shout out, and check out the channel for more content. So we'll see you soon.
Yeah, speak to you next time.